You know that feeling you get when you finally finish a game and instead of a sense of contentment, you just kind of sit there like, that's it? And it seems like, at least for me, it only happens with games that I really, really liked. Bad games don't do that. You finish a bad game, you're just glad it's over. But with a great game, those are the ones where the ending sometimes feels like a letdown in comparison to the awesomeness that led there. And I'm not even talking about bad endings. I just mean endings that don't feel like a good payoff. It's like the developers got to the end and just said, well, good enough. Let's go to lunch. So I want to talk about some NES era games that gave me that feeling growing up and see if you felt the same. So the first game that comes to my mind is Contra. And I love Contra. I think everybody loves Contra. Growing up, I only ever beat this game with a Konami code. And be honest, I know it was the same for you too. But recently I went back to the game through emulation because I wanted to 100% it through retro achievements, which, not to toot my own horn, but I was able to do so. But wow, did I forget how absolutely dastardly this game is. You're dodging bullets, you're climbing waterfalls, you're fighting alien hearts, and I think because I actually had to earn it this time, the ending really caught me off guard. Because after all that, this is what you get. So I remember the exploding island quite vividly from childhood, but honestly, I thought there was more to it than just a congratulations, and instead, nothing. It's kind of like finishing a marathon, but instead of being handed a ribbon or a trophy, somebody just gives you a receipt. But Contra is nothing compared to Battletoads. You don't need me to tell you, this game is known for two things: punching rats and extreme difficulty. I never finished this one back in the day. I did finally beat it years later through the magic of emulation and save states, and what I found was that Battletoads isn't just hard, it's actually a really polished game. The developers spent a lot of time on this, and you wouldn't expect anything else from Rare. The animation is great, every stage is packed with creativity, and I love the little cutscenes between the levels where the Dark Queen is trash-talking you. I think that's great. So when you finally beat this game, and if you did as a kid, mad respect to you, but the ending gives you this. Sure, it's technically more than Contra gives you, but not by much. And it would have been nice to at least get a few, I don't know, victory scenes of the toads maybe flexing after all that. And not that I'm into pictures of muscular toads, but I think you know what I mean. Instead, it feels like Battletoads immediately just moves on with its life after everything we went through together. So another game where the ending, I feel, doesn't pay off what it puts you through is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is another one I never actually beat as a kid. Although I did come close, I could just never get past the stupid Technodrome. But unlike Battletoads, which to me feels difficult but fair, Ninja Turtles feels stressful in a very specific way. The overworld, the dam level, pun intended, managing your turtles, it doesn't feel like you play this game, it feels like it tests your endurance. So when you finally get to the end and beat Shredder, well, see for yourself. Yeah, that's it. 10-year-old me, as a huge Ninja Turtles fan, I would have been furious at this, because after everything you go through to beat this game, the reward is that Splinter turns back into a human. That doesn't even make any sense. It's like climbing Mount Everest, and the prize is that your dad gets a new haircut. Cowabunga, I guess. I know I'm probably going to get some flack for this, but I have to mention Metroid. But before I break it down, let's watch. I know this ending is famous because you beat the game and it's revealed that Samus is a chick, man. That was a huge deal at the time. But here's the thing for me. Metroid as a whole is such a lonely experience. You're exploring this hostile world with almost no guidance, and there's no one congratulating you along the way. So when it ends with that same lack of fanfare, it feels like you're just alone with your accomplishment, without much celebration. Actually, now that I think about it, that's kind of perfect for Metroid, isn't it? This game teaches you how to exist in isolation the entire time, so it kind of makes sense that the ending would do the same thing. It's kind of like the game says, you know what you did. Just go ahead and sit with it. That's deep, man. But, still, I wish it would have had more explosions and stuff, so it stays on the list. The last game I want to mention is a little lesser known, but still excellent, and it's Rygar. If you've played Rygar, you can probably see how it fits the pattern of the other games we've mentioned so far. Rygar asks a lot from you as the player. There's exploration of this huge mythological world. You have to figure out where you can go, where you can't yet go, and all the while, the soundtrack goes so hard, it feels like it's preparing you for a legendary finale. But then you beat the final boss, and you get this. Rygar doesn't end like an epic mythological quest of destiny. It ends with an empty hallway and a window of a rainbow and I don't know, it looks like a bird type thing. It feels like it would better fit the ending of a Noah's Ark game. I was so unimpressed by this ending as a kid that I think I must have just erased it from memory because I don't remember it at all until I played it again recently, and I can understand why. Rygar's ending is basically, hey, congratulations, peace is returned, and please go ahead and imagine the rest. The more I think about it, when you look at all these games together, it kind of makes sense. They were all made during a transition time. Games were moving away from just getting a high score to actually starting to tell stories. And at the same time, gameplay was evolving, and sometimes the stories, specifically the endings, didn't always keep up. It's kind of like they spent everything on the journey and then didn't have much left when it came to finally reaching the end. And when the journey's that good, I guess you just notice. It's kind of like running a perfect race and realizing that the ribbon was never put up. So what NES game did you beat and think, ugh, I just wanted a little bit more? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, well, you know what to do. If you made it this far, thanks for watching, and happy gaming, my friends.